Guys, if we could both talk about Justin's effort there on 3rd and 9.
Well, he made a good catch, first of all. You got to bring it down a little bit on him, but he made a good catch, and then, oh, man, that was awesome. I saw 2 guys in the open field, and I'm like, oh, they got no chance. And so I knew at that point we were getting the first down. And then when he kept pushing forward, I was like, holy cow, we're going to score on 3rd play of the overtime. So awesome effort, great game by him.
Yeah, man, tired legs. Saw the end zone was right there. So close. It's all right. We're all good. No, yeah, just tried to get through clean. Last week on the same play, didn't get through clean. So tried to fix that from last week, and then trying to get the first down, keep our drive going. So just trying to make a play.
Once you made that catch, you're just automatic.
I knew the guy had me man, and that he kind of got lost in the wash. So as soon as I caught it, I didn't know exactly where he was in relation to me, and I didn't really know how far I was away from the first down. So I figured just get the ball and turn up, try and get as close as I can, or if I make that guy miss, we get the first. And yeah, I ended up making him miss, and then don't know where the second guy came from. Just saw him at the last second. Was able to avoid him and keep going.
Clayton, what was your reaction to the coaching decision to play for overtime?
They're our coaches, and we do what they say. But respect the decision, and my focus then was just on overtime. Can't think about the pass.
Clayton, Justin had his big 3rd down conversion. You in the 3rd quarter, 3rd and 15, scramble for 21 to set up the first touchdown of the game. What did you see on that play, and did that help sort of get the offense some confidence moving forward?
I think that was a big play just because we didn't have a whole lot of momentum at the time. And, they were taking away all our receivers. They did a great job. Those guys did all game, taking away our receivers. But saw the lane and just took it. That's bottom line.
Did you try to hurdle somebody at the end there?
Well, I wasn't sure where the first down was. And so I guess I kind of did.
Speaking of the receivers, Fitz was saying that Iowa was grabbing, and you were trying to be aggressive, and you would get called for offensive pass interference. You want to talk about that? Or?
Yeah, I think Fitz probably had some good tidbits to say about that. We can't worry about the refs, but they're a physical team, and so that's what they do. Not gonna get me, Skip.
Clayton, how much of a factor was the wind in this game for you?
None. I actually didn't notice it until we were up there kicking field goals. So, I didn't feel it at all.
And then for Justin, how would you describe the running game as a whole? It seemed like you kind of started to get more holes in the 3rd and 4th quarter, kind of wearing them down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were moving them all day long. Credit goes to our old linemen. They've been working. They've been responding to the challenge that we put out to them. Yeah, and I thought they were moving them really well all game. So, yeah, I think we kind of wore them down just with our tempo. They don't play too many guys. So that's kind of what our game plan was coming in.
This is for Clayton. After the 3-and-out to start the second half, you had the 80-yard punt there, and that pinned them back a little bit. Obviously, it changed field position. Do you think that sort of gave you guys a little momentum and turned things around a bit?
Yeah, that was a great punt by Hunter, man. I think just bounced and kept rolling. That was huge. That was just another piece to the momentum shift in our way. Yeah, huge punt by him. Huge punt.
Clayton, Fitz said, I think he used the word demonstrative as how you guys were at halftime, the offensive side. What was going on in the locker room there?
We're just talking about just different things. I mean, we felt like we had things we could do and that we were doing to move the football. But we got into the other side of the 50 5 times, and penalties killed us. Just shooting ourselves in the foot. And, thank goodness our defense is playing well because it could have really flipped things. But defense is playing well, and so we just came together and was like, look, we got to keep going, keep playing because we felt like we could move the ball, and the second half we did.
For those of us who are never going to be in the locker room at halftime, I mean, is there yelling going on, or what's it like in a case like that?
Yeah, there is. I think depending on how the game's going, there can be different types of yelling. But a lot of it was just sticking together and just keep going. No one was calling anyone out. Our defense was playing well, and offense had to pick it up, and so it's more on the offensive side of the ball.
What does it mean for either of you guys to beat Iowa?
It means a lot. First and foremost, it means a lot to get this win. Just going to this back half of the season, we needed this one. And guys stepped up. But just big win. They're a great team. They've played tough 2 big teams, and we're about to play another one of them next week. But huge team win.
I mean, yeah, it means a lot because I think in some ways we're very similar teams. You know, we don't do anything too extravagant. You know, we just kind of go out there and do what we do. So we always know there's going to be a fight with Iowa all the way to the end. And yeah, I mean, they're a great team, like Clayton said. They fought all the way to the end, and it's just about us getting the last punch, and that's what it usually comes down to with these guys.
Guys, before today's game, you went for 4th down 16 times. In this game, you went for it 6 times. Is trying to convert on 4th down something you've worked on extra in practice, and how have you been conditioned to kind of handle yourselves in those clutch situations?
Do you know how many times we got it on 4th down today?
About half, 3 for 6.
3 for 6. I don't know. I think Fitz trusts us to get a first down, and we love that. We love going for it on 4th down. Probably could have had 2 more, I know, off the top of my head. But we love the trust he has in us.
You guys have each been in the program, I think, 4 years for each of you. Going back to the 4th downs, last season Fitz really started pushing the 4th downs, and then this season he's been a continuation. Has there been any change that he's explained to you guys about why he's been doing that?
I mean, last year I think one, it was a product. You know, we didn't have great success in the kicking game, so he wants to just be aggressive offensively. This year we do have a very good kicker, but that's who he is. He's very aggressive as a person too. So his personality kind of goes into and affects his calling, and like Clayton said, we love it. I always feel like we're gonna get it. I always have confidence in us, and he does too. So I'm sure that trend is gonna continue.
Iowa likes to run the ball. It's no secret. Everyone knows it. And we, at the beginning of the week, focused on being able to stop the run and setting the edge and making him cut it back up into the heart of our defense. And, we have backers like Nate and Patty and Brett who can make plays when we make it cut it back. So we focus a lot on trying to make the ball cut inside of the defensive ends and bottle it up there.
How has the defense in the front 7 specifically kind of progressed as the season's gone along, culminating in a performance like today's? For either of you.
I think that, we're a more cohesive unit and we're playing together a lot, and that's our advantage. We got waves of guys who can come out and play too. It's not just the starters who are coming in and making plays. So we got a lot of guys who can make those plays and a lot of guys who know the defense, and so we're using everyone we got. And we're able to play together too, and we play gap sound defense, and we're able to play off of each other and know where our teammates are at any given time.
I think the young guys in the front 7 are playing well. Patty Fisher and Blake Gallagher when he gets his number called, and those guys are stepping up and playing well. That when the front 4 plays like they've been playing, it makes it easy for linebackers and young linebackers to make plays, and that's what we've been doing. So.
For both of you, do you guys feel like you had a slow start? I mean, there's an outside perception, and yet you played some really tough teams. But do you feel like you had a slow start, and do you feel like this team is sort of ready to really finish strong the second half?
I think we started off the season not necessarily slow, but we weren't getting all the breaks we wanted to. A couple plays here, a couple plays there, we'd like to have back. But I think as a unit, we played tough, we played strong. We made teams, go to the air, and we wouldn't let them, run the ball for a lot of gains on us. So I feel like using that, we put the whole game together today with little cheap plays, and we were able to, play as a group and play to our strengths today.
I don't want to sound repetitive, but again, we have more experience as a defense together, and I think that's starting to show a little bit. We've been through some tough times at Duke and even Nevada, letting some things up that we shouldn't, and even Maryland. So we're learning every week. We're eliminating mistakes week by week, and that's obviously showing. So.
The idea of funneling Wadley, was that similar to the strategy against Barkley?
It's similar, but a little bit different. They're different runners, and they block up front differently schematically. So the way that we played today was setting our edges, and the way we played against Saquon, I think, was more playing in our gaps and controlling our blocks. We knew that today, if we made them cut it up, then we had guys flowing. We had our backers flowing over the top. We had our defensive linemen coming down the line. So a little bit different, but similar in the way that we had to make the ball carrier go in a different direction than where they want to block it.
For either of you guys, in the first quarter, Iowa had 128 yards. In the next three, they averaged 60 yards in each of the next three. What changed?
They came out and ran a little bit of a different offense than they usually did, and we did a good job of adjusting. And it seemed like every quarter they were kind of switching up their game plan a little bit. Sometimes we adjusted poorly, and that's when they had a little like bigger plays and things like that. So overall, I thought we adjusted pretty well to what what they wanted to do. So.
For either of you guys, with Fitz opting to play for OT instead of going for it there at the end of the game, do you feel like that was a vote of confidence in your abilities as a defense?
Absolutely. It gives us, the spark and the energy. This was my first overtime game, so I was thrilled to even get the opportunity to play. Fitz definitely at the end called our name and said, they've been playing well all game, and I feel like they can step up. And, he's the leader of our team, so we go where he goes. And making that decision, put a lot of confidence in our defense to be able to go out and make that stop.
We let Coach Fitz manage the football game, and we go out there and play and do our job to the best of our ability. That's that. So, whenever we step on the field, our job is to stop the opponent from scoring.
Obviously, Coach Fitz is a defensive guy. He's had some teams that have really been strong offensively in some years. Do you think that he likes it better? Does he like a 17-10 game better than 54-40?
I think Coach Fitz likes to win. So whatever he thinks he needs to do to manage a football game in order for us to win, that's what he's going to do. So.
Absolutely. That is like a prototypical Big Ten game where you're trading punches. It's a heavyweight fight, and I think that no matter what, as long as we win, Coach Fitz will enjoy the outcome.
You guys have had kind of a rivalry of sorts with Iowa over the years. What does it mean to beat those guys in the fashion you did in the context of your season going forward?
I know that game meant a lot for our seniors, the guys on their way out. Obviously we all feel very passionate when we play Iowa. Our senses go up. So to get a win for those guys and the way we did it is something they'll remember for the rest of their lives, and for us too. So
for sure, it's like I said, overtime victory, thriller at home, packed house. There's nothing like it. So this environment was great, and we loved every second of it.